Okay. Piano. Yana. Boko.
Some me phone me see up so roughly by phone or nine can me na me so.
Hello, Faustina. Hello, Faustina.
Hello dog. Good
Good
evening.
evening. How are you?
I'm fine, sir. Please, what about you?
It is well. What about where are the rest?
It's a full join. We have sent the link to them, so they will join very soon.
Okay.
Thank you, dog.
I will make more. They don't go try. Oh no, they don't go try. I will make more. I'm not calling.
Okay, listen. No. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Doc.
How are you?
Doc, we are good.
I couldn't make it on Monday. It escaped me. Sorry. So I fixed today with class captain. But I don't know whether some of you've not yet closed from work. You are finding it difficult to join. We were to start at 5.
Doc, please, the link wasn't shared. That's why.
Oh, the link is permanent. It's been given by code.
Oh,
We will
okay.
use it till we finish.
Oh, okay.
It's permanent. Okay, we are 7. Do we start? Do we go on? Okay. Maybe because somebody also went to tell Kudu that I did not come on Monday. Oh, brother, this is a reporting you. Adult class. Okay. Okay. So far, I've set questions on what the Constitution is, supremacy of the Constitution, significance of the Constitution, and evolution of constitutional processes in Ghana. So I have a lot. So let me try and do the rest, then I can finish it up. Before we start, do you have any questions apart from reporting me to cool? Do you have any question, Isaac?
No, please, Doc.
Apart from reporting me to court, which have been served with letters.
I think, Doc, you are doing your best. Just like what you said, you escaped.
No, this is so serious. Whoever did that, I don't think that person should call himself or herself.
So me say me sumenya mo.
Oh, Doc, but yeah,
very sorry. This one, yeah,
yes, wow.
It's a report to me. VC at say is my mouse to Monday.
Oh,
Me so much.
Oh, we are very sorry, Doc.
Okay, so you know this program is with a lot of dates and events and times, history. What is a constitution? How many types of constitution have we had since independence? How many did we have before independence? The last time somebody also brought that in 18 something we had a constitution. I thought the first one was the Clifford one. Sir Charles McCarthy one. I don't know if there's any other. Okay. So before we proceed, is there anything you want me to go over again? Hello. See. My glasses. Before we proceed, is there anything? Okay.
Let's move on.
Okay, let's go on. So we started evolution of constitutional rule in Ghana. I said a recap. Ghana was part of Sierra Leone. It was ruled by the governor of Sierra Leone. until 1821, when the West African Act was passed, which annexed the Gold Coast to existing dependencies. Sir Charles McCarthy, the first governor, but somebody also said that there was another governor before Sir Charles McCarthy, and he provided me with a history book. Of course, I opened it up, but I've not been able to finish reading. Then the Gold Coast was ruled by a committee of merchants. Do not forget all this. They are part of the objectives. No. Okay. In 1843, the British Settlement Act was also passed. Then 1843, the Foreign Jurisdiction Act and Governor Law reached an agreement with the Fanti Confederacy in 1844, which led to the Bond of 1844. Then in 1850, the British Constitution for Forts and Settlements was also enacted. And the importance of this constitution was that for the first time, the Gold Coast ceased to depend on Sierra Leone. The Gold Coast colony was given its own governor, assisted by a legislative and executive council. In 1847, the Gold Coast colony was created. The defeat of the Ashantis in the Sagrenti War, Sir Garnet Wolseley, which my people could not pronounce, led to say Sagrenti, say Sagrenti, say Sagrenti. So the Sagrenti War was led by, and the drawing up of the Treaty of Formula in 1874. Okay. The Gold Coast Supreme Court was established under the 1876 Supreme Court High Ordinance. And this became the basic framework. So if I ask you what became the basic framework for the development of the legal system in the Gold Coast Supreme Court Ordinance. Okay. In 1896, the British conquered the Ashantis and exiled then Asantehene, Sir Ajimai Prempeh, to the Seychelles. Most Asante chiefs then accepted the Treaty of Friendship. The British made similar treaties with the chiefdoms in the Northern Territories. So we came to the 1916 Clifford Constitution. Okay. Any queries and comments up to this time? You have anything you want to ask? Okay. The 1916 Clifford Constitution came about when Sir Hugh Clifford was appointed the governor of the colony in 1912. So from the first constitution of Sir Charles McCarthy in 1831, the Legislative Council was increased from 9 members to 22, made up of both official and unofficial members. The Constitution for the first time added 3 paramount chiefs, selected to represent the people speaking Twi, Fanti, and Ewe. So if I ask you, which constitution for the first time added 3 paramount chiefs? You should be able to tell me. And then after the exit of Sir Clifford, he was followed by Sir Garden Geggisbeck. Kolebu Teaching Hospital was built by him during his time. And he remained in office from 1919 to 1927. And that is why we have Geggisbeck Road in Accra. He introduced many notable reforms in the Gold Coast. And again, he also introduced the Geggisbeck Constitution of 1925. So you see, right from independence, we have the Sir Charles McCarthy one. We came to also have the 1896, 74, one Force and British Force and Settlement Constitution. Then we also came to have the Sir Clifford one, and now the Gettysburg one. So the Gold Coast Colony Legislative Council Order in Council was passed in 1925 and came to force in 1926. And this law marked a considerable advance in that it gave the colony elected representatives for the first time. So I ask you, which constitution gave the colony elected representatives for the first time? You should be able to tell me. So the Legislative Council was made up of the governor, together with 15 official and 14 unofficial members. The Native Administration Ordinance was established in 1927. And then again, the Native Ordinance contained detailed provisions as to the election and bestowment of chiefs and the jurisdiction of native tribunals. In 1935, the administration of Gold Coast Colony was unified as it became possible for the Legislative Council to legislate for the colony. The Courts Ordinance of 1876 was reenacted in 1935, which extended the jurisdiction of the courts to the whole of the Gold Coast. During the Second World War, constitutional developments continued. The Second World War started in 1939 and ended in 1945. So in 1941, Governor Alan Barnes was appointed to the Gold Coast. Under Alan Barnes, Africans were appointed into the Executive Council for the first time. In 1942, Sir Uriata and K.A. Kosa were appointed as unofficial members of the so you can see the objectives a lot, dates and times. Dates and times. And that is where I will also get you.
Consider
Yes.
our age. Consider our age.
But you went to report me to code. I didn't come to school on Monday. Meanwhile, I thought it was a friendly game. I was playing friendly games till you made it friendly.
Good evening, dog.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Dog.
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Sir, we are very sorry. Whoever stretched his hand to that level hasn't done well at all. We are sorry. The person didn't consult us. So we are not aware of it. We are just hearing it here.
But we
are sorry.
You've me small. I also me you.
Very sorry, dog. Please.
Oh, but have your results been released?
No.
No.
It's not.
Why you still don't have political thought? Oh, I've given it. It's gone for about 2-3
All the
weeks now.
political courses are not released.
Okay.
Except the
Okay.
economics.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, it will come. Everything is fine.
All right.
We are
so
so great.
thank you.
We are so grateful,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah, it is this one that I will meify you.
Sir, I always watch you on television. I enjoy your submissions. So
Okay, so please get these days times. I've told you I don't like objectives. When I was in secondary school, I didn't like objectives at all. O level. At least I'll get it wrong. because I have to know the answer. And sometimes I leave some spaces blank when I don't know the answer. I will not do say at all.
Yeah, dog, same as me. Oh. Yeah, I don't like it at all.
I don't like it. I told them. Now they've asked me to set 40 questions, 20 for exams and 20 for interim assessments. I don't like it.
I like the one that they provide answers straight. Then you provide your own answer. You provide your own answer by giving me objective to select one.
Yeah, this one I'll give you objectives. I mean, when was the Gold Coast Supreme Court ordinance passed? I bring 1946. I bring 1936. I bring 18. I bring times that will confuse you.
We beg you.
Oh, we they begging be any. I drew me so.
Alan Cash is there.
I drew me so. Okay, so please keep the dates, the times. When was the for the first time Africans were appointed into the Executive Council, and who were they? And under which constitution did the governor introduce self-government for the municipalities? As separate town councils were established for Accra, Kumasi, Cape Coast, and Secondary. So all these dates and times you should know. In 1943, income tax was introduced in the Gold Coast for the first time. For the first time in 1943, income tax was introduced for the first time. In 1946, the Barnes Constitution, after the end of the Second World War in 1945, extended the operation of the Legislative Council to Ashanti. So this constitution extended the operation of the Legislative Council representatives to Ashanti. And the elected members, don't forget, increased from 11 to 18. The ex-official members were reduced from 13 to 6. The governor had reserve powers. We call it casting powers. After all of you have voted on a decision, he could also have another special cast. So we call it reserve powers. And then the unofficial members of the Legislative Council comprise of 9 provincial members for the Eastern and Western. I hope you are keeping it small.
Yes, doc.
Okay. Which constitution was described as outmoded at birth and led to discontent? Which constitution? Nkrumah described a constitution as outmoded at birth. Which constitution was that? Oh, no,
1951.
No. 1946 constitution. Outmoded at birth and led to discontent. It was the 1946 Burns Constitution after the Second World War. After the Second World War, when Africans had seen that the Europeans could also cry when bombed, and they also could fall sick, and they could also die, we changed our perception about them. And so we were expecting to have self-government and independence after the war, but the British did not until 1957. So Nkrumah, who had become leader of government business and was working with the government, described the 1946 constitution as outmoded at birth, which led to discontent. Further, the United Gold Coast Convention, UGCC, was also established to fight the colonial government. And then in the same period at time, the black pole disease also broke out. So economic hardships during the Second World War, the formation of the United Nations Charter in 1945, and then the emergence of Pan-African movement, the independence of India, all contributed to the collapse of the Barnes Constitution. I've told you, and Nkrumah described that constitution as outmoded at birth. The Gold Coast government then constituted the Watson Commission to identify the causes of the 1948 disturbances. Among the political causes given were the feeling of political frustration among the educated Africans who saw no prospect of ever experiencing political power and who regarded the 1946 Constitution as mere window dressing. Window dressing. They describe it as mere window dressing designed to cover their aspirations. I think I was writing window and I put the indoors, window dressing. So after describing the 1946 Constitution as outmoded at birth and designed to cover their aspirations, it led to agitation, and so in 1951, the Kunse Constitution was also outdone. And then okay, please, before I move to the 1951 Constitution, do you have anything to ask, share at this stage? Comment?
So, sir, please.
Yes.
So the first constitution was drawn in 1912, and the second one 1925, and then the third one is it 1946?
No,
right?
No. When we said that in 1831 there was a constitution in the Gold Coast. Sir Gordon Geggisbeck. No, that one was 1925. Sir Charles McCarthy, 1831. That was the first one. Then it came to Addis, and then the Clifford in 1916. Geggisbeck in 1925. 46 Barnes Constitution, and the Kusi Constitution in 1951. Were you asking whether the first constitution or the first governor was Sir Charles McCarthy?
I was asking about the first constitution.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Post-independence or pre-independence?
That's pre-independence, yeah.
Pre-independence.
Yeah.
That is what we placed there, that in 1831.
And
when the governor was in place, thereafter a constitution was also introduced.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
This is Justice. Sir, I was asking for the Kuse Constitution.
Okay.
Was it Kuse's commission or constitution? Because I learned after the 1948 riot.
The reason why we say it's a commission was that he was set up to investigate the 1948 riots. It was a commission, but the commission gave us a constitution.
Oh, okay.
That is why we name it, because after Usualata engineered the boycott, and then the Christian Bog Road Castle shooting led Sergeant Ajete, cooperative,
and then that LMP, private.
or that to die, a new constitution was the intelligentsia as well as the political elite established at that time rejected the 1946 constitution.
Okay.
So
Okay.
a new one was put in place.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay. So the 1951 constitution applied uniform constitutional provisions to all territories now included in Ghana. So that is also another achievement. Which constitution applied uniform constitutional provisions to all territories in Ghana? I have to be able to tell us. And then further, under the 1951 Kuse Constitution, the Executive Council was completely reconstituted, and the Legislative Council was replaced with a Legislative Assembly, consisting almost entirely of elected Africans. Okay. So let's look at the composition of the 1951 Constitution, titled Kuse Constitution, the executive branch. Let's look at who and who were there. So the Executive Council was the principal instrument of policy. So if I ask you, under the 1951 Constitution, which was the principal instrument of policy in the Gold Coast colony? Mm-hmm.
That's the ESCO.
Yes, the ESCO. But you mentioned Executive Council. How many people know ESCO? We know you did government, so you know, but not all of us know. So the Executive Council was the principal instrument of policy in the colony, and the governor was to act in accordance with its advice, except where expressly empowered to act in his own discretion. The council was responsible to the governor, but not the Legislative Assembly. And then the council was made up of the governor as a president and a number of ministers. The Executive Council were required to elect one of their number to be the leader of government business in there. So you see, the word government business was introduced under the 1951 Constitution, where the Executive Council was required to elect one of their number to be the leader of government business in the Legislative Assembly. And then the Legislative Assembly, we look at the Executive Council. It consisted of the Speaker, the three ex-officio ministers. Don't forget, we mentioned some three paramount chiefs and others. There were also to be 3 representatives of the Chambers of Commerce, 3 representatives of the Chamber of Mines, and 75 elected members. So the governor, with the advice and consent of the Legislative Assembly, was given power to make laws for the peace, order, and good government of the whole of the Gold Coast. And then in the general election which followed the coming into force of the 1951 Constitution, 34 of the 38 seats open to popular vote were won by the Convention's People's Party, founded in 1979. So, leader of government business was introduced under the 1951 Constitution, and in the general election which followed to the coming force of the Constitution in 1951, the CPP, yes, the CPP won that elections. And then of the 34 members within the crew, or with 34 seats, 38 seats open to popular vote were won by the Convention People's Party, founded in 1949 by Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. Anything at this stage?
Hello, sir.
Yes.
For the seat, was it 38 and Nkrumah won out of 34?
Yes, 38 seats in the Legislative Assembly.
And then Nkrumah won 34.
Yes, the CPP.
Okay.
Any other? Okay. I'm finishing the 1951 Constitution. Yes, go. Okay, I won't go to the 1954. Then we'll want
Hello,
to take
dog.
the question. Yes, go ahead.
Please, the 38, Kwame Nkrumah won 34. So meaning
yes.
the contest was between UGCC and CPP.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Meaning the formation of UGCC, they never came to power.
Yeah, 1947. It was formed in 1947, but they never came to power.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, Nkrumah had become popular by his lifestyle. I mean, he wanted to bring everybody on board, including Kinky sellers. Yes, he wanted everybody to come on board, including Kinky sellers. So, during the elections, and you see, even when you are in school and there are elections and you want to do well, you should court the sympathy of the women. It is only the women that can let you win. Yes. You call the sympathy of the women. So in 1951, the Legislative Assembly consisted of the Speaker, 3 ex-officio members, 3 representatives of the Chamber of Commerce, 3 representatives of the Chamber of Mines, and the 75 elected members. The governor, with the advice and consent of the Legislative Assembly, was given power to make laws for the peace, orderliness, and good government of the whole of Gold Coast. And then in the general election which followed the coming into force of the 1951 Constitution, 34 of the 38 seats open to popular vote were won by the Convention's People's Party, founded in 1949 by Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. So the Nkrumah then again described the 1951 Constitution as bogus and fraudulent. Nevertheless, he decided to work under it as he considered it as a stepping stone to self-government. So you could say the 1951 Constitution was described as bogus and fraudulent. How was Alan Barnes' own described?
Look, outmoded at best.
Sure. Sure. So now he's saying that this constitution is bogus and fraudulent, yet we will work with it. So Dr. Nkrumah and 5 other CPP members were appointed to the Executive Council as representative ministers, together with a representative of Ashanti and one from the Northern Territories. The council elected Dr. Nkrumah as leader of government business. But do you know that Nkrumah never finished his PhD?
No, dog.
Last time I was saying it and somebody said, oh, I should keep quiet. I'm jealous.
Really?
Yeah, he was doing the PhD when he stopped midstream to come for positions in Ghana. So he did not finish his PhD defense. Then he left the place. Yes. Yes. Yes, go and read it. Yes.
Doc.
So the PhD
how come we refer to him as Dr. Kwame Nkrumah?
Yes, it was an honorary PhD. He has about 3 honorary PhDs.
Oh, okay, sir. The one that we are now fighting in Ghana.
Thank you very much. He himself had gone to school, Manchester, to study. But 6 months to complete his PhD, he was invited to come and be a general secretary of the party. Instead of continuing to finish his PhD, he left the PhD and came to Ghana. Some people say we needed independence, not PhD. Anyway. But I think
that time to in the stance program.
No. He ought to have, even if you've come to establish the party, he ought to have come and gone back. But he did not.
Then sir, I support GTEC fighting it everywhere. I support it now.
You say you support TUTAG?
GTEC fighting those with the honorary doctorate,
Yeah,
and they are
elsewhere, the honorary ones, they don't use it. They don't. But it looks like here in our part of the world, when you are called doctor, then it means people revere you.
Exactly so, sir.
Mm. Mm-hmm. So Nkrumah was elected as the leader of government business. Another word is prime minister. He was elected as the leader of government business, which is an equivalent of a prime minister. Okay. In 1952, a number of amendments were made to the 1951 Constitution. So I can ask you, in which year was a number of amendments made to the 1951 Constitution? In which year?
1952.
Okay. I want you to participate. Somebody asked for past questions. Were you able to get it? Were you able to get the past questions?
No.
Were you able to get it? Past questions.
No, Doc.
Oh, you ought to have asked. Yes. Okay. So the office of Prime Minister was created in place of the office of the leader of government business under the 1951 Constitution, but in 1952. So the Prime Minister was to be a member of the Legislative Assembly, proposed by the governor and approved by the Assembly. Okay. So today I've talked about the 1916 Constitution, the 1925 Constitution, the 46th Constitution, and then the 1951 Constitution. I'll leave 54, 56, and 57, the Independence Constitution, and then the Republican Constitution for another time when I come back. So now for the three constitutions we've talked about today, the 1916 Clifford one, the 1925 Segard and Gettysburg, the 1946 one outmoded at birth, and then the 1951.
Doc.
Oh, it was the 46. That was what? Which of them was described as near window dressing? Yes.
Doc, that's the 1946 one.
The 1946. Okay.
Doc,
Yes.
I was having a challenge with my network because there's a rainfall here.
Okay.
Can you please repeat yourself by mentioning the constitution that you just talk about it?
Okay, today we've talked about the Clifford Constitution.
Okay.
Sir Clifford, 1916.
Okay.
Sir Hugh Clifford.
Okay.
When he was appointed governor of the Gold Coast in 1912.
1916. Okay.
So under the Constitution, we had the Legislative Council as well as the Executive Council. And then the Legislative Council was increased from 9 to 22.
So followed by what constitution?
Okay, so then from the 1916, we went to Segard and Gettysburg in 1925.
Okay.
So after 1925, we went to 46.
1946, okay.
From 46 Constitution, we went to 1951, 4.
Okay.
Okay, so now we'll be looking at the 1954 Constitution after this first 4. We look at 54, we will look at 56, that's the independence one, and then at this. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay. So 1916, 1925, 1940. Yes, 1945. And
but look, it's
Yeah,
as if the screen is still showing the date in connection of the 18th, but not the current one that you mentioned.
oh, but I'm trying to do a little recap and review.
Okay.
That day we've done 4. You are
Okay.
supposed to know the compositions. Yes. You are supposed to know the compositions. And I don't want to progress because it's a lot of dates, replete with dates and times. And I want you to ask whichever you need explanation, I'll do that. And then when I meet you again, we talk about 54, 56, 57, and then the 1960 Republican Constitution.
Okay, Doc.
Yes.
Another case in point, the other time you gave us some assignment. I don't know whether the colleagues, you've gotten the answer from them.
No, but yes. Are you the one who sent me the information?
Yeah.
Yes, one of you sent me information.
Okay, my case, I did not send, I don't know what I have, through WhatsApp or what?
Yes, through WhatsApp, somebody sent, when I asked that, when I said the first constitution, the first governor would say Charles McCarthy, he said there was another one before say Charles McCarthy.
Yeah. No, I'm not the one. Mine was having in connection with the Battle of Ensamanko,
Okay.
where you wanted to ascertain the fact that there's a town called Ensamanko, and I said no.
Oh,
But
there is.
rather, mm,
There is.
there isn't any town called Ensamanko.
Oh, is that so?
Yes, but the situation in which
The
Ashantis,
Battle of Nsamanko.
the manner in which the Ashanti were defending themselves,
Mm-hmm.
you can see when they were shooting, no, the white men did not actually know exactly where they are shooting from. The signal that they don't even know where they are shooting from. So it's as if they are fighting with the ghosts. And the incident actually, like I said, per my review, the Ashanti were in the Amansie area.
Okay.
And Ashanti wouldn't want to defeat any war that Ashanti they have partake. They wouldn't want to fight home. They want to travel and either losing or winning in the outside home.
Okay.
So they moved from the Amansie. They ended the Bonsa River, which is in the western region.
Okay.
So
the
Bonsa River, which is in the western region. So it reminds me that Anora was a very place that the battle took place, which is close to the Bonsa River.
Okay.
So the place itself, but the reason why they named the battle as Nsamanko is the fact that the Ashantis were having a sort of status where they were fighting without the knowledge of the whites. So they presume that are we fighting with the ghosts? That is why the battle.
Nsamanko.
Yes, Nsamanko. So the name is originated from the word Nsamanko, but as the corrupted language, and they've made it the matter of Nsamanko.
Okay. Okay. So there's no place called Nsamanko, but we have Nsoko. You've heard of Nsoko? Okay. Any other?
Asoko.
Any other?
Hello, Doc.
Yes, please.
I don't have anything to add, but just to beg, there is rain here and the thunder and the lightning is too much.
Oh, okay.
And so I don't know.
Yes, I can hear you. I was about ending, but I wanted to get clarifications from you, especially now that you'll be going to do your objectives. I wanted you to take the opportunity to be asking me small questions. But if we have to break, I will end here and then we meet on Monday. Then I'll deal with the remaining 3-4 constitutions.
Most grateful. It's not easy here, sir.
Okay. So Justice, let's end here and then we will meet on Monday if there are no questions.
Hello, Doc.
Okay, so
Hello,
prepare on this. What is a constitution? Supremacy of constitutions, evolution of constitution, first constitution of Ghana, which constitution introduced the Supreme Court ordinance, under which constitution did Nkrumah become the leader of government business, and all those objectives. I've set 40. Is that okay?
Yes, Doc. Yes, Doc.
Yeah.
Thank you very much,
Okay,
and I
Doc.
wish you the best. Good night. Don't stop reporting me.
That's what I just wanted to say again. That you should forgive
Doc.
us.
Doc.
Yes.
Do you mean what you are saying that we are reporting you?
I was called to good.
We are only searching for you. Searching for you is different from reporting you.
Okay, maybe the way you asked it, they said they thought I had run away.
No. We are searching for you because you are equally important to us than as the same as other lectures.
Thank you. Thank you. So prepare for the objectives. Prepare. Thank you very much. Good night and all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Good night.
Yeah, Mr. Eric. Mr. Eric.
Yes, sir.
I will call you after the show.
Okay.
Are you watching a movie, Mr. Justice? Then call me to order.
Which movie is that?
Let my sisters enjoy some.
He said he will be calling Mr. Eric after the show. So I don't know the kind of show he's talking about.
You know, your ladies are there watching you.
Seriously.
But just as you should have called me earlier on.
Mr. Justice.
Okay.
Hello, Mr. Justice.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I wanted to ask if anybody have any past question, that person should place into the class so that we can go through.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so if anybody have any past question, then the person should place it on the platform so that all of us can go through.
Okay, well noted, sir.
Yeah. Thank you.
So, Justice, immediately after the lesson, like you said, I will be expecting your call.
Okay. I hear.
And the bottom line is that some of us, we are losing our slides. So, if you have it, those who have it, push it to us individually because my phone is giving me a trouble.
Yeah. That's true. And if anyone wants to post the slides, that person should repost, even if maybe first, second, third slide, then the person should repost all of them so that we can get it.